Hello, here is the video which is made by Group 3. We are going to explore the history of cheese, the cultural significance, the main ingredients to making cheese, and the labeling regulations in Canada, cheese processing, microorganisms inside the cheese, and last but not least, the illness caused by cheese. The exact time of when cheese first originated is not exactly known. However, there is evidence of the practice of cheese making 8,000 to 10,000 years ago. One source approximates the origin of cheese at around 6,500 to 6,000 BC in the Fertile Crescent, now known as the Middle East. However, its practices are closely related to history of the domestication of milk-producing animals like sheep. Cheese has also been mentioned in ancient Greek mythology, and evidence of cheese making has been found on Egyptian tomb murals dating back over 4,000 years. Now let's move on to the cultural significance of cheese. The importance and significance of cheese shortly after its origin is evident as it is referred to in biblical accounts in Genesis. Since its origins, it has now spread across the globe, but it is still primarily consumed by European cultures and more specifically Western European cultures. Now we look at the four main ingredients of making cheese. The ingredients include milk, rennet, starting bacteria, and salt. In Canada, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency regulates the labeling of the product. This government agency also works with the Public Health Agency of Canada and Health Canada in close cooperation with health authorities to protect the public from foodborne illness outbreaks. Actually, the labeling requirements for processed cheese products are set out in the Food and Drugs Act and regulations and are enforced by CFIA. The manufacturers firstly must meet the basic requirements, which are described by the Food and Drugs Act and regulations. There are three stages to converting milk into cheese: coagulation, draining, and ripening. Within each stage, there are several processing steps that play a role on the properties of cheese. In the coagulation step, there's pasteurization and fermentation. In the draining step, there's shaping the cheese and also salting. And in the ripening step, there's molding and also pressing. We need microorganisms while making cheese. Aside from the usual ingredients of milk and salt, a crucial part of the cheese making process is the microorganisms that catalyze the process. These microbes play specific roles to help create the unique characteristics of each type of cheese. In other words, cheese would not exist without these helpful bacteria. A common type of bacteria makes lactic acids out of lactose. These are considered starter cultures. The names of these bacteria include lactococci and lactobacillus. The bacteria then die out after, which creates flavoring in cheese. Propionic acid bacteria such as Propionibacter shermani converts acetic acid into propionic acid and carbon dioxide. This specific type of bacteria makes the holes that appear in Swiss cheese. However, foodborne illness is also involved in cheese. A common bacterium that causes a certain illness is called Listeria, which the symptoms include having a fever, stiff neck, confusion, weakness, vomiting, and diarrhea. The type of cheese that this bacterium is found is soft cheese that is made with unpasteurized milk. Some of these examples include feta or brie. The symptoms of this illness can show anywhere from 3 days to 70 days and can last from several days to weeks. Patients who have a higher risk of contracting this disease usually are pregnant women, seniors, or someone who is immunodeficient. This disease can be avoided by staying away from raw or unpasteurized milk or cheese that is made from unpasteurized milk. This concludes our presentation on cheese, and thank you for listening.